What's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thanks for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the Lara versus Garcia Is On video. As Lara, the 40-year-old reigning WBA middleweight champion of the world, returns on the Canelo versus Berlanga pay-per-view undercard when he defends his WBA middleweight title against former two-division world champion at 140 and 147, Danny Garcia. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So, you know, this might be the most disappointing card. I would get into the undercard of the Canelo Berlanga thing. I'll do that a separate video on that, maybe later in the week, most likely. But this matchup, I mean, I didn't like it when they first announced it. Apparently, it's going to be at a catch weight. I believe it's still 155 for Lara to come down and meet Danny Garcia. I just don't like the matchup. I like Lara too. I wish he would fight more. As he's gotten older, he's more aggressive. You know, that slick style of fighting isn't going to fly. People aren't going to tune in for that shit. And especially recently, you get a guy that's aggressive, he might come up short and lose the fight. He's now the full middleweight champ. He destroyed Australian Michael Zarafa in 2 rounds back in March. This is the first time he's actually fought twice in 1 calendar year since fucking like 2017, I think. So, that might be a little too far back, but goddamn, Lara has been very inactive, you know, and some of his fights, I mean, they're fucking ending in 2 rounds, you know, so it's like, dude, fight already. I think it was almost a 2-year layoff in between fights for Lara, before the last one. And then Danny Garcia hasn't done shit. I mean, the last time he fought, I want to say, was the Jose Valenzuela victory, when he moved up to 154 and beat him. And I have to believe that was in 2022. I'm pretty sure that I'm accurate on that one. And, you know, I mean, Danny he shouldn't be fighting this high to get a world title shot. I mean, hey, I guess a guy with a name is better than a fucking straight up nobody that doesn't deserve anything like Berlanga. But I mean, damn, when Carlos Adames is the WBC middleweight champ and he's with the PBC, and you could unify belts within your own promotion, why wasn't that the option? You know, I don't understand this outside of the money side of it. But how much money could these guys really be making for this fucking fight? I mean, I don't know. I don't like the matchup. I don't, you know, and I think Lara's a solid favorite going in. I don't think Danny's gonna pack a punch. He has a good chin, but he's fighting up on a higher level. And you know, the last southpaw he fought was Errol Spence at 147, and he got beat up in that fight. You know, he fought hard, but he really got dominated in that fight, and I just don't see, you know, I don't know, I don't see him pulling this one off. I'll do a breakdown video on this fight because of the names in the fight. But yeah, another disappointing fight, you know, and honestly, this whole card, I'm gonna get into that, but this is a disappointing ass card. You know, you got some good names, the A sides fighting, but just the matchups themselves are just not very good on this whole card. So, you know, and that includes the main event with Canelo and Berlanga. I don't like that fight either. So, not particularly excited about this fight, but the WBA middleweight championship of the world is on the line. So that's it. Lara versus Garcia is on for the WBA middleweight championship of the world on Saturday, September 14th on the Canelo versus Berlanga Amazon pay-per-view, DAZN pay-per-view undercard as the co-feature. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.